And we're back. Another return. Oh, got a whole bunch of cards today. Let me just finish opening this box. Man, been busy lately. Seen a lot of talk of market crash and bubble burst, all this other stupid talk and junk slabs, but I'm still selling. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I do things or my model or something or other, but I'm still selling lots of cards, raw cards, singles, graded cards, everything really. I mean, no. I think my margins are a lot less than most people's, but I'm happy just to sell and move on. There's a lot of cards here. There's 7 boxes full. This is going to be a big one, so stick around. But I got a few submissions lately. Look how nice this looks packed in this box. It's great how they do that. But we'll try and get through this. So this one here, I bought a Evolutions Master Set, and this is an express submission. So some Evolutions cards are in here, some Vulpix promos. Most of these are from my mail days. It's a pretty cool Blasty Boy. Another Vulpix, very pretty. Some off-centered. It's 8.5 centering Blastoises. Some Evolutions Charizards, 9 Surface. See here. Pretty big print line right there. Seems to be some scratch that goes there, but that's on the case, I can tell. Yeah, there's a big print line that goes all the way across the card. You can see it just right through there. That'll do it. So if you're grading Evolutions Charizard, that's what you should expect. Pretty clean otherwise. Very clean. Evolutions is weird. The demand for the singles is crazy. The demand for the boxes is like obscene. But yeah. Sorry, my cat's meowing. Lost my train of thought. There's a print line down there. Oh, you probably can't see it. Oh. Anyway, Evolutions. I think buying the boxes is not a good idea. I think if you can buy some master sets and pick up the singles, the chase cards still hold a lot of value. Everyone wants this Mega Charizard. Everyone wants these 2 Holo Charizard reprints. So I think I paid like $1,000 for this master set, Australian. And the price of the boxes at the time that I bought this master set were roughly $1,000. So I was like, I can either have every card in the set, or I can have one box. And I can gain value by grading the cards. I can't gain value with the box. It's just like I have to just wait. Like that's the only way to gain is by waiting. And I don't want to wait. So this is my no rarity Charizard. I know the camera's not perfect, but we picked this up in Japan in a little collection. I did not think it would get a 4.5. It is very rough. Edgeware, crease. Don't really know. Crease up there. The grade on this is irrelevant, to be honest. You can see that it's like played / damaged. But yeah, I think that grade is extremely generous. If this came back as a 1, I would agree. So I don't know what to do with this. This is something that really annoys me. I bought a sealed pack of Magikarp Gyarados. See that little dent down there? I already looked through these express grades a little bit earlier, but oh man, that annoys me. Getting an 8 on like a sealed pack. Shiny V Charizard, probably one of the better Charizards they've come out with in the last few years. Love the yellow stars, love the shine. Obviously a shiny Charizard. I think the price of these cards were like 10,000 yen when I bought them. 9,000, 10,000. Might have gone up a little bit since then, but I think if you're looking for something to do a little speculation on, I do not think Shiny V Charizard is a bad idea. I can't really show conditions on them because they're so varied. And I gotta get my cloth. It's too much dust from... So CGC returns your cards in these little black kind of filter things with some texture, but the issue is they leave residue all over like the cases, and it's just really annoying. So this is a 7.5. It's not too bad looking. Front doesn't seem too bad. And we can see here it's got a little press in the side. Some scuffs along the back. Some edge here in the corner. I think 7.5 might be generous for this. It's got another little indent at the top. Probably wouldn't call this near mint if I had the chance. Scratch on the energy there. Probably wouldn't call that a near mint card. That'd probably 6.5, maybe 6. Another shiny Vizard. Love these things. I'll buy them and sell them to people who want them in graded form, who don't want to go through the process. Obviously, it's good for me now. This was an express submission, and I got very lucky because I didn't pay very much on express per card, and now they've doubled all the prices, so feels alright, I guess. But here's another. I love these 2 Festa Pikachus. I think these are way too cheap. I think $250 each, maybe $300 for the Gengar one. But if you can buy them mint raw for those prices, grade them in gem mint, CGC 9.5, BGS 9.5, PSA 10, whatever you want. Obviously, BGS and PSA prices are like out of this world. Even when CGC doubles them, they're still really good if you want to get graded copies in your collection. But for a lot of people, they're just going to have to wait. You're just going to have to be a little bit patient and just wait. This is a nice Celebrity Play promo. Very nice. What is the issues here? I think this had something on it. It was like a tiny little surface indent. I just forgot where it was. Sorry. That's my own card. I'm going to keep that. VMAX Meowth prize promo. Pretty rare card. And I guess I just threw this in because for shipping, when you're international, the tiers of shipping are like 12 cards, 24 cards, etc., etc. So if you want to make sure you go to the end of the tier so you're not wasting money. So, yes, I'm cutting these open with a steak knife. It's very easy to do. Works rather well. Whoop. This box is not full. So, this is a bulk submission. They're still pretty behind, as you can see. Well, here, it's upside down, but it's 12th, or the 7th of December is when this was received. So, I'm still getting cards back from then. This is a bulk submission from then. more pre-release Charizards. I bought a lot of these. This one's got some dents on the top, but I still think it's worth it. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Illustration Charizards are really good. Really good purchase raw. A really good purchase graded. If you want to just skip the whole grading thing, because they're not really easy to grade. They're a little bit hard sometimes. Oh my god. Slam. Oh wow, we got a 10 already. Oh, that looks nice. When CGC first came out, I graded like one of these in pristine and one of them in perfect, and I sold them for way too low. If I just would have held on to them, they probably would have sold them for 5 times the amount. Lots of roses. Rose is my favorite. And we have another pristine 10 Rosa to add to my collection. So that's good. When I first saw this card in the set, I probably paid $20 a copy. I bought maybe 20 of them. Don't know what it is now. I think it's like $10 or $100 each, but yeah, I'm very lucky. If I just like find something I like and I buy a lot of it, and then the market moves up and other people respect it too, and they're happy to pay. It does feel good when that happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. As in this submission, I'm about to show you 80 copies of the same graded card in the same grade, which I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. Just knock my light. My eBay videos, they're coming. If you're waiting for something like that. Oh wow, this one's green. That's cool. Okay, come here. I am planning on making them. I have done like a little rough draft of what I want to talk about, but it's hard. I don't want to make a video and give misinformation, so I gotta make sure all the facts are checked. These Pokemon Centers are always a pretty good purchase, but because of the way they're given out, they're not always mint. But hey, get out of the box. My cat's in the box. Jumped in. I gotta make sure she doesn't rip that up. Alright, yeah, I'm not really sure where those 8 edges are. That's probably my biggest gripe, is a lot of the time something is marked down, but you can't see it, you know? Like, I'm trying to sit here and be like engaging and figure things out, but it's like really hard for me in person to use this light and find stuff when I want to try and help, but it's just hard sometimes. But yeah, lots of Shibuyas. Pretty decent seller. Pretty nice card. Yeah, nothing more to say. I think a lot of the Pokemon Center promos I bought quite a few of, and I just sent as many as I could because over time I've noticed... Are you kidding me? What's your problem? I'm trying to film something here. You're meowing like a madman. Anyway, over time, in my experience, Pokemon Center promos generally always sell. So I just want to get it locked in, get them into grading. And even if I have to hold on to them long term to sell them, at least like I have the graded copies on hand when I need them. And as prices just keep going up slowly and slowly, it seems like it was a good idea. Thinking back, like it was a really good idea for me to do that, because now I'm sitting here with all these graded copies and I paid $10.40 per card with subgrades to grade all these, and now the price is like $20 or $22. Like, it's actually crazy. So that's like double the price. So I made a good call. And if you were grading pretty heavily back in December, November, October with CGC, you probably made a good call as well. If you're a little bit late to the game, you didn't make a bad call. You just have to be more selective. You can't grade something like this in a 7.5. I'll probably list this for $30 or something. Make my grade cost back. Make like $10 on the card. And I'll be ahead. If I'm paying $25, $30 to grade this, then after shipping and fees on eBay, I mean, you're not looking at a very high margin. So that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You gotta make your margin, even if it's only $10 a card. Like sometimes I grade a card and I was just like, oh well, someone will want this Mewtwo EX. 7.5 edges, 7.5. I guess that is a bit worn. As you can see, a bit of edge wear. $25, $30 listed. A lot of these cards, like this Zekrom, there's not that many graded copies around. A lot of people think it looks pretty sweet. I personally think it looks pretty sweet. A graded evolution in this blue case with this swirl, with this hollow platen. That's the name of my game. It doesn't have to be the name of your game as well. You don't have to copy me. But I'm in it for the high volume, lower margin sales. Just make $10 to $50 a card. Grade, make collectors happy, because that's my goal. Is to make it easier for collectors. Because they're the end game. They're the people who want the stuff, so I have to try and cater to them. As that's the whole business model. Now, this is inked. And it's going to be nearly impossible for us to find it, but it looks like there's a bit of rough edgeware at the top here. I don't know if that's edgeware or if it's like texture on the card or something, but I can't really see anything except for like, see those like little dots right on the corner there. It might be some inking, or it might just be somewhere on the card and I just can't see it. But either way, pretty cool. Looks like I graded both halves, but now I have one that's green and one that's blue. Is that it? I think so. Is that how it goes? Yeah. That's pretty neat, but one green, one blue isn't end of the world. More legend cards. What looks better, like that or like this? Probably they made like a real big case just for the legend cards. It would be pretty cool. Oh, that's neat how Luke is just like jumping around. So we got a 7. What does a 7 look like? Yeah, a bit of edgeware. I mean, I submitted these midway through November because I mean, it takes like 2-3 weeks for me to get my boxes to CGC. So that's almost 6 months ago, maybe even longer. 6.5 months ago. I didn't really know what CGC standard was like. I didn't know that they were so harsh on cards, so I kind of just sent a lot of things to get a feel. 7.5 with this. I feel like their 7 is just like, some of them are really good and some of them are just like, come on man, that's like a damaged corner. Just don't give it a high grade. Another pristine 10. Not too bad. Red and blue. Pretty iconic card, kind of speaks for itself. Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. Trainer Red, Trainer Blue. That's the theme. And we got more. We got Hyper Rare Gengars. We got an 8 on surface. Yeah, I mean, the only advice I can give people, if you're still submitting cards to CGC, so that's crease at the top there. Goes along there. Very, very, very hard to see actually. You just need like perfect light and then you can see it, but otherwise, just like flashing the light there, it's not something that just points out at you. But yeah, you need to do a better job than I do. Oh, I did. I am better now, but you need to do a better job than I did with a lot of these submissions where I'm getting 7s and 8.5s and everything and 6s. Some more blasty boys. Another Shibuya. These are a hard grade just because of the way they're given out. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's not that hard. Oh, a lot of these are pack fresh Japanese cards too. I go from an 8.5 to a 10. Oh, look at that. Shiny boy. So yeah. Just learn from my mistakes. See, look, there's a big crease in the corner here. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty decent sized crease. 7? Come on, man. Oh, I feel like they're a lot more generous with their lower grades. Like, you can send... I don't know if they're generous or if, like, the other grading companies are just super harsh. It just feels like, obviously, like, once you get to the 8.5, 9, 9.5 range, you don't get anything like that. But, like, 7.5 doesn't feel that hard to get. What do we got next? Too many cards. Four 9.5 illustration Charizards, and a row. A 3, a 9.5 of that. Some starter pack EXs. These are like generations, but oh, CP6, sorry. But they made like a deck version of the CP6 EXs that you could just buy and it would just have them. So this is like the set version because it's got the first edition stamp. This is like the non-set version because it's got nothing. So that's some pretty good grades. Dragonite, Ninetales Break. Break cards exist still. Championship Eevees. I really like the Championship Eevee. Really wish they didn't just reprint it as a blister promo for English, but English seems to just destroy everything. Man, I'm finding it really hard today to like focus on talking about stuff, so I apologize if the videos you want information out of them, but I'm doing my best. Just got a few things on my mind and how I'm gonna work through all these cards. I think, yeah, really gotta seeing all my lower grades really makes me worry about the other few thousand cards I've sent. Oh, that's a perfect Sao Pikachu. Wow, look at that. You don't see that every day. I'm pretty sure these sell for around 300, 400 US. I mean, that's really big. People want perfects. They want black labels. They want the highest grade possible. So if you can get them, good on you. But I really think this card is like Red's Pikachu level. I think it's like a Red's Pikachu, Ancient Mew kind of thing. Everyone knows what it looks like. Everyone should have one. It's very cool. What's wrong with this? Should be able to find this pretty easily. Well, for starters, there's like a big chunk of edge where, see right there where my finger is? Big chunk of edge where it's taken out, so. Oh. You see that? That's on the card. These new back Japanese are so hard to see, but this was like a pack fresh card too. That's crazy. I just like didn't see that. Then I submitted it and I get a 7.5 surface. Oh man. Don't make the same mistakes I do, kids. More illustration Charizards. There has to be over 100 here today. It's like a 300 card return and there's like for 100 illustration Charizards. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. There is a lot, don't get me wrong. But it is a very, very awesome card. Unique artwork. Really good release. Everything about it just screams collectability. So even if I have 1,000 illustration Charizards, I have no doubt in my mind that I'll be able to sell through them eventually. Get all my costs back, get all my grade back. Like, I'll be fine. So don't worry about me. There's some nice ones. Like Dragonite, CGC 9. Very, very good looking. Some fat Pikachu. Oh my god. Big dent at the bottom there. There we go, that'll do it. Well, see, that's why I love subgrades. It's just like where I really love subgrades. It's like, okay, that's where the problem is. I can find that easily, yep. Then I can learn from my mistakes. Sometimes, well, back a long time ago, I used to get PSA submissions regularly. I have 31 PSA subs out at the moment, so in the next few months we should get some back, and I'll be able to pick through those just like I picked through CGC's grades. But a lot of times I get something back and I was like, man, why is this grade? And then like I'll have a 7 and then an 8, but the 7 will look better than the 8 with PSA. And it's just, yeah. But right now, from what I'm seeing on these, a lot of these CGC cards are deserving of their grades. Sometimes they're a little bit higher in my perspective, but I'm not the grader. I'm just the guy that sends them in. So I've been pretty happy with their service, and I've sold several thousand CGC cards. Yeah, that's not a joke. I've sold several thousand, and I have never had one complaint. I've never had one person say, I don't agree with this grade. I've never had anyone just want to return it or for any reason based on the card or the grade. So it's very rare that happened with PSA, but that did happen, and I did hear about it with PSA quite a bit. People complaining, oh, this shouldn't have been, or that's a week 10, or that's a week 9, or that's a 3 cert, that's a 1 cert, it's a 4 cert. It just hasn't happened in the past 6 months because I haven't been using this company like strictly. I've used both, but I just get, because these guys are newer and they're less backlogged, I'm getting more back from these guys. And yeah, I mean, I've just been happy with the service, and people buying them off me have been happy. I've had a lot of people try and laugh when I have a CGC 9 and it sells for less than a PSA 9, or I list it for less and they try to poke fun or something, but that just doesn't really like affect me. My grading cost is $10. I got these back in 4 or 5 months. Other people pay $10 PSA and they get them back in 2 years. I mean, right now they don't even get them back anymore. Some people are paying $75 a card and waiting 3 months, 4 months with PSA. I mean, that's the same. So if this sells for $75 less than a PSA 10 and they had to pay $75 or dollars more to grade it in the same time frame and run that risk, that's how it is. Now we need to talk about how beautiful this card is. Awesome black and white promo card with this awesome stamp. Very happy to have it. Yeah, just lots of like just random negativity, I guess. But I mean, it's fine to judge, and it's fine to be judgmental. Like, I'm very judgmental of BGS cards, but because they had like the whole black labels thing fiasco, and I've disagreed with BGS's gradings for a very, very long time. This has scratches all over the back. Very hard to see. They're so faint. There's like a deep scratch around this area. I guess that 6.5 surface is pretty justified. Might be something else somewhere, but that's how it is. That'll go $20 listed. I'll just attempt to get my grade cost back, and if I can't, then I'll just give it away to someone. It's just how it is. This is pre-release Gyarados. Man, these are clean. Wait a second, what's wrong with this? Surely has to be like a bend or something somewhere. Unless... I mean, I guess that's pretty rough surface, but damn, I never had 5 surface for like that level of scratching. But I guess that is a lot. I didn't see that in that line, and then boom, they look so perfect. It looks like print lines. Like perfect scratches. Oh well, it is what it is. Getting slammed on Uback Japanese. I saw someone on Instagram. They got like something like 60 something PSA 10 sequential Reds Pikachus, and I just like sit here looking like an idiot with a whole bunch of lines that just used to hold that 10 grade to such a high regard, and now that I've used these guys quite a bit, the 10 isn't as special. So these aren't the same ones as before. This is a different bulk submission that I did through before I started spinning by myself. I did these through Ludkins. I actually got these sent straight from Japan, so I just bought 100, and I was like, all right, here you go, Ludkins. Send 30 in standard and send 70 in bulk. And the standard ones got finished in like 10 days or something, and the bulk ones got finished in 5 months. It was roughly around the same time that they got all backed up. So, yeah. I sent a bunch of these Charizards in as well. This awesome Lugia EX. It's got a pretty bad crease down the bottom. 6.5. I have a lot of lower graded stuff in this because I bought a binder collection where everything said no noticeable scratches, and I think if you're experienced in buying from Japan, you realize that no noticeable scratches doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day. 2 more of those. Lots of Mega Charizards. I think these were like $9 each. And I was like, oh, CP6 Mega Charizard, surely worth picking up. Illustration Charizards. Now this is for my collection. It's Art Book Charizard. It's the only one I have left. I used to have a whole bunch of PSA 10s, but I sold them all off. I bought a sealed copy. And I graded an 8.5. Makes me very sad. There's an 8 on edges for this card, and I just couldn't really see it. Unless it was like the texturing or something. I mean, I guess if the tiny little edge on the bottom here counts as an 8, but this might actually get cracked and regraded with PSA, because it'll probably come back at 10. And the value increase is crazy. I can't ignore it. So this is a neat little Pikachu I graded. It's got this cool looking thing. Sent this on an error sub all by itself. Printer Hickey. One of a kind base set unlimited Pikachu, which is pretty cool. Metagross Gold Star. Another one for the set. Don't care what grade the gold stars are in, personally. Yeah. There's a lot of cards coming up, but a lot of them are just going to be flick through, because they might just all be illustration Charizards. Yeah, 9999999. These weren't really checked through, because they went straight from Japan to CGC. So we've got 95. I did have a look at these grades beforehand, before the video. I think there was like 10 or something 9.5s, and the rest are just 9s. then there's a bunch of EXs and G. There's some cooler stuff in here. You don't see every day. A Flash Fire, Full Art Charizard. Very cool. Was that Skyridge Moltres? Expedition Mewtwo. Skyridge Gyarados. So yeah, those are some really neat cards to get in near mint to mint grades. I'm very happy. Black and white Full Arts. 7's respectable. I can probably make a profit on a 7, but gold Primal Groudon and with a gold Psychic Energy. The cases with CGC just really help them out. It's like crystal clear. It's just so good. I'm not going to show conditions on the rest of these as this is a 40-minute video and everyone's probably clicked off already. So there's some cool stuff. And as usual, if you want to buy something from me, I generally upload all these to eBay. And if you want to find something in particular, just message me on Instagram and I can show you where to go to buy stuff. I'm not going to link my eBay store or anything because I made this channel to be informational. Maybe later on down the line, if I have a big sale or something, I'll do something online of like a video I'm showing what I have for sale. These are actually really cool. CP6 Full Arts. This actually might persuade me to buy the Charizard so I can have all three. Let me put those to the side. Best of XY, very, very nice. The Shaman's rather expensive. Articuno. So you can have nice, cool cards that are rarer to find. You can have them in 7, 8s, and 9s and be happy with them. I have heaps of cards in lower grades in my collection. There's literally nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you're trying to grade and make money, yeah, you want to aim to grade the stuff and get the highest grade as possible. But if you're a collector just buying the end product and you like it, I mean, this is, from face value, this 7 versus 10, there's no difference from a little, like, a few inches away. Just some light surface scratches. That texture is so nice. It's like swirls in the middle. Yeah, I can't even... You can get a 9 or an 8. You can get 10 copies of certain cards in 9s for the same price as a 10. You really gotta just learn where to spend your money, you know. This is a really rough Gold Star. But this came in a collection, so I figured I'd just grade it. Yeah, this one's this is a rough boy. I actually got this in a collection with this one here. CGC didn't grade this. For some reason. It says NC, probably not suitable for certification, but it doesn't say not. And this card's rough. Like, I think it's because it might have looked like it's been altered. Because the card kind of peels here. It's real. It's a real card, as you can... I mean, the card stocks... You can see the texture of everything. Like, it's pretty rough. But I think at one point this card was like sticky taped down. That looks like sticky tape at the top there. So maybe it was so rough. Either way, that's pretty cool. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it though, but would have been nice to get a CGC 1 on that. But it looks like they decided, no, we will not do that. Got some more. Probably one of the prettiest cards ever made. 9.5, pretty expensive. So you can pick yourself up a 7 or 8 or a raw Nimin. Go for it. Tornadus. Super. Oh, okay. I think the last box. No joke. Might just be illustration channel. Oh. If you're wondering why I graded so many, there was no rush to grade these, but if you're really wondering why, I really wanted to show people CGC cases, and there wasn't really a card that I could think of where it's like pretty cool, looks nice, but it's pretty affordable for me to buy and grade hundreds of copies. So I settled on this one. And my idea was just to sell these $50 each or whatever, get people used to CGC's standards and show them, hey, there is alternatives out there if you want to collect mint condition cards. Obviously, people buy graded cards so they can get the guaranteed mint, right? If you buy 9, you expect a mint card. So I really wanted to grade a lot of these just to show everyone what the other graded companies can procure. I think it's not a bad thing. So you got a bit of edgeware there. Because in my mind, people buy graded cards so they can just secure the card in that condition. Now, there's a lot of misgraded cards out there. Not CGC has also done a few, I'm sure. And you just got to really make sure you just know what to look for. You're not getting the wool taken over your eyes. But yeah, this is just hundreds of 8s and 9s, 8.5s, 9.5s. I'll probably do a bulk sale of all the 9s. But other than that, there we have it. All the cards. Thanks for watching as usual. Probably the best grade we got today. Out of hundreds of cards, we got like 5 10s. So 10s are rough. If you're looking for 10s, I probably wouldn't grade with CGC. If you're looking for affordability and cards actually being returned, and 9.5s are generally, in my case, 80 to 90% of a PSA 10, then I think go with CGC, man. Yeah. Have a great day.